Hello and welcome to this demo video. Before we get started, I'd just like to explain to you a few things which will relate to all of the basic range spreadsheets. Number one, there is a key on the intro and setup tab of all of the spreadsheets showing what the different color headers mean. The blue headers mean that the cell's formulated, so it's locked and you can't change it. The yellow headers are where you can input data, and occasionally there might be some gray headers, which is just a different kind of data input, but we'll include instructions as and when that happens. The other thing that you can be aware of is there are ways in which you can damage the spreadsheet. So please do take a look at the link where you see this image, which will take you to a web page to show you how to better preserve your spreadsheet. Please feel free to keep a blank version of the spreadsheet somewhere, so that if you do mess up a spreadsheet that you're using, you can in fact just open a new one, a blank one. And some of the spreadsheets only last for a year, and then you've got a blank one to start the following year. So do keep a blank copy as a backup somewhere. And lastly, wherever you see this image, you can click on it. It'll take you back to the store where you purchased this product to see if you've got anything, any more products. One last thing, to see a demo video, you can click on this on a link that looks like this in order to go to the demo video, but that'll take you to the most recent demo. If in fact we've done upgrades and you're using an older version and you'd like to see the demo relating to your version, then do click on the watch on YouTube link, which will take you to that specific video on YouTube. So I think that's all you need to know. So without further ado, let's move on to this demo video. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this demo for the cash flow forecast. It's a very simple spreadsheet. It's really just to have a look and see income, your projected income and expenses over the next 12 months and how your cash is going to survive that. Let's just take a look here how this sets up. It is on a 12-month rolling period, but we do need to start somewhere. So just select today's month, the current month and the current year, then the projection will then start in the following month. So if you want to put the figures in for this month, then put in last month's figures, last month's date. It'll show you the month that you've selected there, the first date of the month of the current month, the next month to start. The spreadsheet will start with the following month. Then you come down here and you can have a look at your expenses. You can categorize up to 10 expense categories, just so that you can break your expenses down into those different categories. So you can categorize up to 10, you can put in whatever you want here. And that's it for setting it up. Then you move on to the forecast. This is the forecast spreadsheet, the forecast page. You can see you've got 13 lines for 13 different months. It's all blank at the moment. What would happen is you would start putting in some months. So you start in June because you said it was May, so you start in June, which is the next month. See, those figures will disappear. Then all you do is you go down here and you select the next month. So August, September, October, November. So we're doing 12 months. And when you get down to 12, you see those numbers all appear again because those values already. So you've got your 12-month period set out now. You don't use the 13th. And then you can put these figures in, like what are salaries, hardware, supplies, so on and so forth. Those are the categories that you selected on the front page, and then there's your expected income. So I've already actually got those figures here, so it saved me typing them all in. I've already got them here, and this is also a good illustration. If you're copying figures from somewhere else, you come back here, you right click. Don't just use paste, so don't use Control C, Control V, or whatever it is. Just don't Control V. Don't use paste, because as you can see, that messes up the formulas. Their rows, their black lines where they shouldn't be. It's not formatted as a currency because it's taking the formatting and everything from the first page and trying to copy it across here. What you want to use is paste values, because then you're pasting it, and it keeps the integrity of this spreadsheet. You're just pasting in the data. So if you use paste values, now you can see you've got all your expenses and your income. Then you can see here the total for the expenses, and your opening balance and your changes, i.e. your income less your expenses for that month, and your closing balance. And you can obviously put in your current bank balance. So if your current bank balance, say at the moment, is £1,000, then you can see opening and closing bank balance for the 12 months rolling period. Excuse me. Not only that, but if you then go to the report, you can see your income and expense for each month projected over the next 12 months. You can see your 12-month running totals. That's totals over the next 12 months. You can see here your opening balance and closing balance for your bank each month, and you can see an project expense breakdown. So you can see your projected expense breakdown. So those are your expenses, and broken down into the categories. Now that's all great when you're setting it up, but now what happens when you want to make this a rolling one? Well, what you do then is, let's just say you get to the you progress on a month. Now you want to do the month for 12 months later. As you click there, it takes June because it checks the last one, it takes the next one, June 2020. So you use that available row. Now you can put in for June, what would that be? And you can put your figures in. Let's just say your figures were the same as April. Then you can just copy that. Right click, remember, paste values. So now you've got your 13th month, but now this month is no longer valid. So you can see it's turned pink, because what that means is that you don't actually need that anymore. So now what you can do is you can come here like this. You can highlight that, select that pink section, right click, clear contents. Don't delete it or move it or anything else like that. Just highlight it, clear contents, and then come back to your month here and go sort oldest to newest, and it'll sort them again. So now you have moved, you've progressed a month, and you've now got a month available for the next, a line available for the next month. And if you come back to your report updates accordingly. And you can keep that going as long as you need to, really. Looking 12 months ahead, forecasting, and having a look at your bank balances. So that's a fairly straightforward spreadsheet, but probably quite useful if that's something that you need. So if that is something for you, I wish you all the best with your business. Thank you and goodbye.